Hello and welcome everyone. Good morning. Today's topic is understanding the need for professional ethics when completing assurance engagement. My name is Yasir Gulfraz and I'm your tutor for assurance today. So thank you for joining me this morning. So let's get started. Recap: audit assurance, internal control, audit, ISO 500 types of assurance, as we discussed yesterday as well. So self-assessment, you can check your knowledge 1 to 10. 1 is not confident at all and 10 is as confident as possible. So today we will talk about these topics, explain the role of professional ethics, analyze how the principles of professional behavior protect the public and fellow professionals, and then explain the threats to fundamental ethics principle. 4M1, evaluate the importance of confidentiality when completing assurance engagement. Can you guys, if anyone is there, can you see my screen and can you hear me? Hi, Johnson.
Hi, yes, I can see your
Hi,
screen and I can hear you.
hi, I'm fine. How are you this morning? You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Is it enough difference, time difference, or it's okay?
It's okay. We are 1 hour ahead of you guys. I'm
Oh,
GMT.
1 hour.
Yes.
Oh, it's not too, I mean, that is just a 1 hour difference. I was thinking that it's quite long difference like some other countries.
No, just 1 hour difference.
Okay. So today's indicative contents are role of ethic code in relation to assurance activities based and principle-based ethical codes, then threats to fundamental ethics principles. Our today topic is, that professional ethics, okay, in
Okay.
terms of assurance. So because it's a lost, obviously, you know that topic, so it's just like, yeah. So here, explain the role of professional ethics and audit. So it is vital the auditors can offer a credible opinion, so they need to comply with the relevant ethics guidelines. So here, our focus is on cornerstone of the audit profession, professional ethics. Integrity and independence of auditors are paramount for providing a credible opinion. Understand the role of professional ethics. Ethics in the context of audit is not just a set of rules, but a framework for behavior. It's about ensuring auditors act professionally and maintain independent from their client. So here, the essence of audit lies in providing a credible opinion on financial statements. So this credibility hinges on auditors complying with relevant ethical guidelines. So auditors may face pressure from clients that could compromise their independence. It is essential for auditors to resist such pressure and uphold their professional integrity. Then also financial ties between auditors and clients can pose a threats to independence. Ethical guidelines aim to mitigate these risks, emphasizing the need for auditors to remain objective and impartial. So professional behavior beyond, independence, auditors must demonstrate professional behavior. This involves acting with integrity, objectively, and commitment to ethical principles throughout the audit process. So when we talk about ACCA Code of Ethics and Conducts and Ethics, so ACCA, Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, provides a code of ethics and conduct that auditors must apply. So how this code applies to various situation ensures that you can gain a practical understanding of ethical consideration in the audit professions. So prepare for a career in audit. Ultimately, this session aimed to equip you with the knowledge and discipline needed for a successful career in audit. So behaving in an appropriate manners involve not only understanding ethical guidelines but also internalizing them as a fundamental part of your professional identity. So ACCA Code of Conduct to diverse situations and demonstrate expertise in behaving appropriately for a career in audit. Think about it. Here we will discuss the, involved in the audit profession. We remember the case of the US company Enron and its auditor, Arthur Anderson in 2001, director of Enron, were discovered to be perpetrating a fraud so huge that it is bankrupt the company and lost millions of dollars of investors' money. So this incident served as a stark reminder of the profound consequences that ethical failure can have on both individual auditors and the audit firms they represent. So Enron and Arthur Anderson, a cautionary tale in 2001. So the world witnessed one of the largest corporate fraud in history, and Enron, a leading U.S. company, collapsed under the weight of fraud, leading to massive losses for investors. The audit firm responsible for overseeing Enron financial matters, so Arthur Anderson's become entangled in this scandal. So discovery of the fraud, the director of Encorn were exposed for perpetrating a close or a fraud that not only bankrupt the company but also resulted in significant financial losses for investors. In 2005, the conviction was overturned by the US Supreme Court, but by this point, the reputation of Anderson was already damaged beyond repair due to the perceptions that they were in the wrong, so they were unable to remain a viable business. So this is just ignore this one, means con. Ethicals and behavior. Ethicals basically are a set of moral principles that guide behavior. Ethicals, values, or assumptions and beliefs about that constitutes right and wrong behavior. Ethical values are held by both individuals and organizations in business. So a duty ethicals value from the bedrock of decisions making, influencing what is considered right and wrong behavior. These values are not only inherent in individual but are also embraced by organization in the business realm. So for accountants who play an important role in financial matters, these ethical values are paramount. So we also remember that the objective of the accountancy profession are multifaceted, extended beyond the mastery of technical skills. So accountants are required to be proficient in specific skills and techniques related to financial management and reporting. A development of an ethical approach to work integral to the profession is in the cultivation of the ethical approach to work. So this involves making decisions based on principles that uphold integrity, transparency, and accountability. So to achieve these objectives, accountants adhere to a code of professional ethics. This code serves as a guideline guiding light, helping accountants navigate the complexities of their profession with their commitment to ethical conduct. Fundamental ethical principles. An accountant has five fundamental ethical principles: integrity, objectivity, professional competence and due care, confidentiality, and professional behavior. So integrity obviously is the cornerstone of ethical conduct of our accountant. It involves being straightforward, honest, and implies fair dealing and trustworthiness. So then objectivity is the second pillar, demanding that accountant remains uncompromised by bias, conflicts of interest, or under influence. And then professional competence and due care. Professional competence and due care underscore the commitment to excellence in the accountant professional. And then obviously confidentiality is a critical principle that requires accountants to refrain from disclosing confidential information and using it for personal or third-party advantage. Professional behavior, finally, professional behavior encompasses compliance with laws and regulations and avoiding actions that may bring the profession into disrepute. That's it. So then threats, self-interest. Here we will talk about the potential threats faced by accountants in different scenarios. Self-interest, financial interest is in, client may face a threat when they have a financial interest in a client, as this could compromise their objectivity, you know, and independence. So relying dependence on client fees for a significant portion of income, having a close personal relationship with client, having concerns about losing a client, and potential employment with one contingent fees. So then self-reviewing, discovery of a significant error when re-evaluating on work. So reporting on system after being involved, designing them, preparing the data used in reports you are required to check. So being asked, members in business having financial interest, the employees, financial incentives based on profit, opportunity, use in corporate assets, in advantage, threats, job security, commercial pressure, being asked to review data or justify, evaluate decisions that you have been involved in. So it is essential to recognize these threats and navigate them with the, integrity and professionalism. By being aware of these challenges, we can take proactive steps to uphold ethical standards and maintain the trust and credibility of the accounting profession. Then further continuing our, into the ethical challenges faced by accountants, familiarity, close relationship with senior employees, then former partners of the firm now in the senior positions, accepting significant gifts or, preferential treatment from a client, long association of senior personals. So intimidation, threat is dismissal, replacement, or in respect of engagement, pressure to reduce quality of work, advocacy, acting on behalf of an audit client which is in dispute with a third party. So member in business having a close or personal relationship with someone who may benefit from your influence. a long association with a business contact, acceptance of a significant gift, threats of a dismissal or replacement over disagreement, dominant individual attempting to influence your decisions, and there is unlikely to be significant advocacy threats to employees of an organization, since they are expected to promote the employer's position to further its objectives.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sorry, just for my understanding. You see, here threat, members in practice, members in business. If I
Yeah.
understand, is that these are those in the auditing
This
sector,
is for
right?
you. This is in a practice for accountant. Okay,
Okay,
who are practicing. This is your client, members in businesses.
okay.
Okay. This is like, let's say you are working for a company, you're doing audit for someone else. So this is for a company, close personal relationship. If you go somewhere else, for audit, so you have a personal relationship with someone who works there.
Okay. Okay,
You
I see.
know,
So it's two way. So
yeah,
for example, I call in a firm to come and audit where I am working.
yeah,
This one in business relates to me, right?
yeah,
Relates to the company, and this relates to the audit firm. Okay.
yeah, that's exactly. This is members in practice for you,
Mm.
okay,
Okay.
for auditors.
Mm.
So that's
Okay.
correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Clear, no worries. Uh, can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Safeguard. Safeguard. Yeah.
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 Yeah, safeguards for members. It's nothing to explain here. It's just a short, the development of leadership culture and stress importance of fundamental principles, policies and procedure for quality control and compliance with fundamental principles. Then, threats identification. Uh, you can, threats identifications and evaluations, policies to identify threats and evaluations. Here, procedures that prevent non-team members influence and engagement. For example, persons from outside, communication of policies and procedure to all staff. Then member in business employs structure and system for corporate governance, employs own ethical code and disciplinary process and training, quality, performance, internal control, recruitment, selection, appraisal, promotion, training, and reward system that all highlight ethical and competence as key criteria. So leaders, they communicate and model ethical behavior and expectations, policies and procedures, supporting employees in raising ethical concerns. So forum for discussing ethical issues at work, for example, and ethical committees. So basically, these safeguards collectively, contribute to creating a work environment where ethical considerations are not only prioritized but also actively integrated into the organizational culture. So by implementing these measures, organizations can build a foundation for ethical excellence and instill confidence in stakeholders. Continue to safeguards disciplinary procedures for failing to comply with policies and procedures, engagement safeguards such as rotating team, involving additional members or another firm to review work completed, and consulting third parties for advice. Reliance and on safeguard is in a client system. So the opportunities to consult with another professional in confidence if required. Here, ethical conflict resolutions obtain relevant facts. So basically, this is if the ethical conflict remains unresolved and compromising fundamental principles, accountant may need to yes, Johnson.
Yeah, sorry, just to ask a question on ethics.
Yes, please.
Now, in practice, we see situations where an audit firm carrying out an audit also designs a system. but
Yeah,
they'll tell you that is a consulting arm. You have,
consulting.
yeah, you have, for example, you have an audit firm.
Yes,
They have the assurance service. They have the assurance services, and they also have a consulting arm. But
yeah,
but it's the same firm. But they'll tell you that okay, the consulting arm is different from the assurance arm. But
yeah,
I don't know how independent that could be
yeah.
because
But
it's still the
this
same. They have
no,
they still being controlled by one person. I mean one interest.
yeah, but that's why he's talking about review from another
Mm.
party.
Okay,
Here, if you look at here, so two things. One is members or another firm, okay, to review work completed and consulting their parties for advice.
okay, but in this case, you find out that the firm, right? The firm, they don't consult third party. So now you find a big firm. You have the
Yes,
assurance services. You have the consultancy services. The consultancy services come in and manage procedures, internal controls, and that and that. I mean, they are better written by them. Then the assurance services come in to audit.
same company, you mean?
Yeah, same company. Yeah, same
Mm.
company.
But there would be a different teams in it. It doesn't matter. But that's why they are talking. Everything will be open and shut. Nothing. They can't hide anything. So you can check with another party. So business will obviously check with is not only of one person. So see that like here you see the different teams and of policies procedure to all staffs. So they're rotating between teams as well. Wouldn't be it doesn't matter it's a one firm, but obviously will be a different department, if a big firm, as you said.
Yeah, I understand. Even if it's a big department, they have one interest, right? They have one interest to
Yeah,
generate
you're right.
profit.
Uh,
So,
y-
as long as they have one, how do you call it, one ownership, I don't think their independence is total. I mean, this is my view.
Yeah, you're right in a way, but obviously they might send somewhere else. You can send it for review, might be legal requirement. Okay.
Mhm.
So when external auditors will come, they might have their own review but in a firm, you are right that as we discussed yesterday, you can't
Mhm.
do 100%. You know that we discussed yesterday that we can't do
That's
it
correct.
100%.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's correct.
but at least we can do our best, or companies can, because as we discussed, above the Akron fraud. Okay. So
Mhm.
see that after that, they will face this kind of situation. So most of companies wouldn't compromise on their reputations and their, for only for one firm or things. They might do bits and bytes, but they can't do 100% things. You know that. You understand
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
So
yeah.
things will go around the team here to review work completed and consulting third parties for advice, and then rotating between teams. Engagement safeguards such as rotating teams as well. Different teams can work on it. Okay, so you have your own idea, and then another person will be have his own idea. But still, as you said, you're right, I'm not disagree with you, but firms or companies do these kind of stuff, but they can't do 100%, and they can't manipulate everything same time.
Yeah, because that has always been a concern for me. I said, no, this is not
Yeah,
right. Mm.
obviously, if I come to you for a consultant and auditing and insurance, obviously same firm, you will do everything. You know that
Yeah.
that's mean that there is your interest is involved. So
Mhm.
this is the reason that professional ethics, that comes in the place.
Yeah.
That's why professional ethics works for. Yeah.
Okay.
So you work professionally. Let's say if anybody find out like your awarding body is a regulatory body, IFA
Mhm.
or your any regulatory body, always they will convict you. Okay, so you won't. I don't think so. I know that there won't be 100%, but I don't think so. You will. You obviously you don't want to spoil your reputation, your firm's
That's
reputation.
that's
So,
correct.
so that's things work. This is the reason. Even for one person, let's say if I am a single accountant you are. So there will be obviously if you are working for any regulatory body in Nigeria, there will be a government, or there will be some ethics and professional, regulations. So you have to work under it. Even if you are giving favor to someone else, but still you have to comply with the certain laws. Is that right? Certain
Yeah,
things.
that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah, you can't go around and you can't. If I come to you and ask for a favor, you might say, "Oh, yes, Mr. Yasser, I can do this, but I can't do this one." You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah, I do.
This is what professional ethics. So, but end of the day, Johnson, you are right. But 100%, you know that you're accountant, you're in practice. Okay, I'm not talking about you, but many accountants, that go around things, and they that if I discuss here, that everything is recorded, but people do things like might be they do things to hide their taxes. They might don't show their certain assets or liabilities or financial statements. That people, when the people,
Yeah,
when,
yeah. There is what you have tax avoidance and tax evasion. Which one is
yeah,
uh, tax avoidance is acceptable? If I'm not, it's tax evasion that is criminal.
yeah, is a criminal, but still, that they they get advantage from tax avoidance, that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
they might use both in one term. You understand that? you know
Yes,
so some people, obviously everything is possible, people do things, but end of the day, uh, that's why regulatory bodies talk about professional ethics. you know
I
so
agree.
but end of the day, you are right, I completely agreed with you. So shall we go further now?
Yes, please.
So new work and engagement letter. Where was, yes, here. So in this, he's talking about obtaining work from recommendations, tender, if offered assignments, engagement letters, including. So recommendations play a significant role in obtaining audit engagements. Building a reputation for excellence in previous engagement can lead to referral from, satisfied client. Then tender process. Then relation responsibilities, then objectives and scope of audits, where clearly starting the objectives and scope of the audit is crucial. It sets expectations regarding the depth and breadth of the audit procedure to be conducted. So then references to legislations and standards. So references to legislations and standards, adherence to legislations and standards. The engagement letter should explicitly reference relevant legislations and auditing standards. So this ensures that audit will conduct in compliance with legal and professional requirements. So obtaining work in auditing involve a blend of strategic approaches and clear communications, from leveraging recommendations and participating in tender processes to crafting a comprehensive engagement letter and managing post-offer considerations. Auditors play a important role in shaping a successful and ethically sound engagement. So by navigating these considerations with diligence and transparency, auditors can not only secure engagement but also foster lasting relationship built on trust and professionalism. Professional skepticism here. the important role documentations play in supporting audit evidence. So professional skepticism, the attitude of critical assessment, and the use of questioning mind necessary to prevent overlooking suspicious circumstances or from drawing incorrect conclusions. So the auditor should neither assume that management is dishonest nor fail to question whether they are honest. So this means an attitude that includes being alert to conditions which may indicate possible misstatements due to error or fraud. So documentations is important for auditors to note down important conversations with client staff that support providing audit uh, or evidence. So note taking is a very important documentation is a fundamental aspects of the audit process. Auditor must note down important conversation with client staff that provide or support audit evidence. So these records serve as a important foundation for the audit trail. So professional skepticism and skepticism and documentations are interviewed elements in the auditor's toolkit. So professional skepticism fosters a mindset or alertness and ethical assessments, while documentations serve as the tangible record that sustainabilities the auditor's observations and conclusions. Bless you.
Thank you.
So professional ethics, ethical standards, independence, auditors are to give an impartial opinion. It is therefore important that they are independent of the company. AAT here, see that he's talking about AAT Code of Professional Ethics, providing all guidance required. So basically, AAT Code of Professionals confidentially talk about confidentially where the AAT Code of Professional Ethics place a spotlight on confidentially. Auditors are entrusted with the sensitive information, and their commitment to confidentially ensures the protection of client data. So then they also talk about objectivity. Objectivity is also important for the cornerstone of the AT code. Auditors must maintain a perspective steering clear of conflict of interest that could compromise their ability to provide impartial opinions. So basically, independence is not just a guidelines, it is a mandate upholding this principle grounding in fundamental ethical principles and ethical principles in the AT Code of Professional Ethics ensures that auditors deliver opinions that are not only credible but also stand as a treatment to the wearing commitment to ethical standards. Again, ethical standards independence. So threats to objectivity, advocacy, self-interest, intimidations, same as we discussed above, familiarity, self, and threats to member in practice, professional appointments, second appointments, fees and remunerations, marking, gifts, hospitality, custody of client assets. So here, safeguards, again, difference, personal monitoring and managing the reliance of revenue from a single client, identification of trusts or relationship, disciplinary mechanism for compliance, independent review, safeguards to apply, independent review of audit, consultation with independent third-party disclosure, and discussion of ethical issues, rotation of senior personals. So this is a one of the important, when things comes to the interest, so see that rotation of senior personnel as well, senior officers. So basically upholding independence in auditing require a vigilant approach to identify and mitigate threats by applying firm-wide and engagement-specific safeguards. Auditors fortify the foundation of objectivity, ensuring that their opinions stand as beacons of trust and credibility in the audit professions. Again, he is talking about now next is a confidentially. Auditors have a duty to keep client affairs secret except in certain circumstances. Circumstances mean, as he says, authorities disclosures where the client given permission consider the effects of all third parties. So even don't you know that Johnson don't need client authorization if there is some criminal procedure going on.
That's correct.
So disclosure is permissible when authorized by the client. It is important to consider the potential effects on all third parties and ensure comprehensive client permissions. So also disclosure required by law. Information if required by law, such as in cases of suspected money laundering. This obligation ensures compliance with legal standards and regulatory, frameworks.
Yeah. Sorry, just to understanding again, AAT, that's an abbreviation of what?
Association of Accounting Technicians.
Okay.
AAT is same as you haven't heard about AAT. I think so. They works in Nigeria as well.
Yeah.
Like
I was just wondering why is it coming here? I think AFC is higher than AAT.
The thing is, because they use same, here they are giving an example of AAT, but in UK, this is basically in term of UK, IFA is working as well, but AAT has a very strong professional ethics and they are widely recognized, and most of accountants and most of companies working under AAT, professional ethics. So they're
Okay,
using almost.
even ACCA, they use these ethics as well.
Yeah, they are similar, but AAT is a very kind of strong, so here they are giving an example of might be, professional data to comply with technical standards to protect the member to respond to inquiry by the AT. So they might use a same, material here, but similar. But AAT have obviously A is a much higher than and bigger than AAT, no doubt. AAT is a technician level, but they are widely used. They are a most common as well, accounting body here in UK.
Okay, because I
So I
know
don't think so
that.
there will be a much difference between ACC or AAT. So they can use, like, see that above, they mentioned AAC as well,
Okay.
So they use, might be some of, let's say, like, think that might be some of the ACCA rules and regulations are more strict than AAT, okay, and more attractive than AAT, and might be some AAT rules and regulations or ethics laws are more attractive than ACA.
Okay.
So they discussed they discuss any of the body. That's not if you look at ACCA material, many times they talk about IFA and AAT. So
Oh,
they can
okay.
use. Sorry.
So which means any of the bodies, what I think what I understand is any of the bodies can ask member of any of the bodies to provide some details.
Yeah, they can. That's not an
Mm.
issue. Provide
Okay.
any detail.
Okay.
So end of the day, because they are all under IFAC umbrella, International Federation of Accountants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they have almost similar rules and regulations when the things comes to the professional ethics. Because many companies, ACCA accountants, many IFA and AT accountants work for ACCA, and same,
Mm,
they work for each other as well. Okay.
yeah, yeah. I know.
Uh,
And then
yeah. So principal
the AAT, that is basically
Association of
bookkeepers. Yeah,
Accounting Technician.
technicians, basically for bookkeepers and some junior
No,
accountants.
no. Uh, they use word technicians, but in today's date, they are their license is as a professional accountant. Okay. They use word technician, but their licenses are they have a bookkeeping license as well, certified bookkeeper,
Mm-hmm.
but they are working or acting as a fully accountant. Okay. They
Oh, so they can satisfy accounts as well?
Yes, they are completely, widely recognized and very, uh, you know, uh, very much, acceptable almost in and every single company or firm. They can't do audit. They are not a ACCA.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
They can't do
Mhm.
audit. End of the day.
Okay.
I mean that they are same as IFA for a small, and medium entrepreneurship
Yeah.
or businesses.
But just that they can't do audit like
ACCA.
yeah, I think IFA too, they do audit, no? For small businesses. They do audit and tax.
No, they can't. For audit is a completely different. You have to apply for a certain memberships, audit related. Audit is a completely, even if you are a chartered accountant, you have
I
to
know, I
apply.
know. I know,
There
I
are,
understand. Yeah, I do.
yeah. So I think so after a certain experience, it's a country to country vary. Like in UK, you have to registered with a certain, companies and you need some experience. Let's say you have to work for a ICAEW. You might heard about Chartered Accountant of England and Wales or ACCA. There are two
Mm-hmm.
main bodies. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to apply for, one of them audit, section, and then you have to work for a certain years to get a audit license. Is this something like this? So
Mm.
same, I think so that as I said yesterday, IFA is still working, that for some, to get a chartered license, and they might, I believe so that in after a few years they might provide audit, facilities as well. But so far, ACCA, any chartered firms are auditors. So AAT, they give you a professional, accountant status. Hello?
Hello, I'm following. I'm with you.
Yeah. So also they have accounting technicians and but also there is another status which is certified bookkeeper as well, AAT.
Okay.
Okay. So who's there, Mudassir? Hello? There's another guy, but can't hear me, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
so.
There's another guy. There's Mudasa.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Hi, Mudassir, how are you? You okay?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Uh, is it for you, first session for you, I think so, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's the first. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you from here as well, UK, or based in,
Yeah, I'm based in UK.
okay, practicing as well, or just
Yes,
to,
yes.
okay, that's good.
Yes, I'm IFA. I'm a member of IFA. I'm a tax advisor.
Okay. Oh,
Few for the full practicing. I need
oh,
few. Yeah, for full practicing license. Yeah.
oh, you already practicing.
Yeah, I am. I am.
You're a member of IFA?
Yes, yes.
You mean associate member or full member?
Yes, I'm IFA, ATA and AFA, Associate Tax Advisor and Associate Member of IFA.
Tax advisor mean, oh, okay, IFA. So you are
Yeah,
trying to get a license.
yeah, I got license, practicing license. Yes.
Okay. Oh, you got
I need more.
license?
I need a few more modules because they're coming up, for a few more to do.
Or you studying just for for
Uh, Basically, the practicing license I got, I need for full practicing license. I need for more modules to get the upgrade my license.
okay, you got IFA license or AAT
Yeah.
license?
Yeah, IFA.
Okay, so you are a member of AAT as well.
No, IFA. I just remember IFA.
Okay,
No,
okay. Johnson,
Yes.
if you are a member of, or if you get a license for IFA, I think so. I believe so. You can apply for AAT as well. Okay, that's
Yeah.
why.
you can't get keep two license one time. You have if you got AAT, you can't get two license, two members, two
Okay. No, I
professional.
mean that they can get a membership or exemptions. People can go. That's what I mean.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they
Yeah,
might be. Did you check IFA or AAT? They can tell them.
yeah. I think so. They can get license, but not same license.
They can get license from one of the body.
Yeah.
It IFA or AAT. Can't get two of them.
Okay. That's good. Anyway, so compliance with the law, there are two categories of UK law, criminal and civil law. Affects the whole community. Criminal law published by fines or imprisonment. Civil law relates to conflict with the community. Concept of punishment does not apply. So accountants are affected by laws which may not be obvious. Health and safety legislations, employment protection and equality laws. So laws and regulation must be complied with. So here where I was. So an accountant's ethical code is not legally enforceable. So penalties are the discretion of their professional body. They may be subject to their regulations depending on the work they do. Accountancy profession, the UK accountancy professional is largely self-regulatory, with the accountancy bodies responsible for setting and upholding the ethical standards of their members. So in the UK, Financial Reporting Councils regulates the accountancy and actuarial professionals. It aims to promote ethical financial reporting and increased confidence in the accountancy professions. So the responsibilities of the Financial Reporting Council include issuing standard for corporate governance and corporate reporting, audit and assurance and actuarial work. The Financial Reporting Council monitors and enforces compliance with regulations, standards, and non-compliance can result in disciplinary actions. Any comments on this? So basically, the self-regulatory nature of the UK accountancy professional, by the key body, which is Financial Reporting Council, underscores the commitment to ethical conduct and professionalism. Understanding this regulatory framework is essential for current and future professionals in navigating the complex, issues of ethical responsibilities. Accountancy professional, as I keep repeating, can you hear me, Johnson and Mudassar?
Yeah, can you?
Yeah,
Five and five.
especially, the Johnson, this is the International Federation of Accountants, it recognized all the key bodies of, this is international basically. So IFA is a member of IFAC, okay?
Yes.
So if your accountancy account, if your body is fully recognized around the globe, around the world, must be member of the International Federation of Accountants. Okay, most of big company asking for a IFAC membership for accountant, your qualifications. So most professional accountancy body code of professional ethics are based on the IFAC code of ethics, and professional accountants are produced by IFAC International Ethical Standard Board of Accountants. Then Consultative Committee of Accountancy. Have you heard about this, Mudassar? Or you?
Which one? The CCIB? No.
This CCAB basically have only chartered accountants.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. This is only 5 chartered bodies. Okay, Johnson. This is a
Okay.
UK based. This is only UK based and only 5 UK chartered bodies: ACCA, ICAEW, then
Yeah.
SIPRA, then Chartered Accountant of Scotland, and then Chartered Accountants of Ireland. Okay.
Okay.
And then HM Revenue. This is here UK office, tax office, Johnson.
Yeah.
Is a UK government department who is responsible for, taxes paid at the right time. So National Crime Agency.
Yeah.
This is that crime related agencies tackle with serious and organized crimes such as drug, human traffic, fraud, and money laundering. Okay. So might be in Nigeria, there is a different tax office.
Yeah,
Here.
there are different tax offices.
Yeah, so for you is only for I mean that Nigeria, I think so. Only this is International Federation of Account. This is a local
Yeah.
one. All 3, that bottom ones.
The bottom ones have different equivalents in other territories.
Yeah. There is not. They work only for UK basically. Okay.
Yeah.
This is National Crime Agency. This is a local tax office based in UK. I mean the UK government department. And this is only UK chartered bodies, 5 chartered bodies. Okay. The only ATHE is not a member of CCAB. They are just sponsoring bodies of the ATHE. Okay. Where you practice, Mudassar?
In UK, in Nottingham.
Oh, Nottingham. You're not far from me.
Yeah. Where are you?
Leicester.
Oh, are you in Leicester?
Yeah, Leicester.
Are you in the practice or?
No, I'm not a practice. I'm working.
Oh, you're working. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, Leicester is not far.
So, yeah. I'll speak to you after then. Okay. No worries. We'll discuss. So business ethics and professional values code of conduct is designed to influence the behavior of employees. It sets out the procedures to be used in specific ethical situations. Violations of the code may lead to sanctions by the organization, including termination of employments. Code of conduct is designed to influence the behavior of employees. It outlines specific procedures to be followed in ethical situations. Violation of the code may lead to sanctions, including termination of employment. It is specific to the internal workings of an organizations. Then come to the code of practice. Code of practice adopted by a profession or organization to regulate its members. It supports legal duties and provides guidelines for professional conduct. For example, again, AAT Code of Professional Ethics, which sets standard for accounting professional steps to creating an effective ethical program. So steps to creating an effective ethical program: active leadership, buy-in from employees, and suitable training. So buy-in employees, an effective ethical program needs the support and commitment of employees, creating awareness, engaging employees in ethical discussion and seeking their input, foster a sense of ownership and commitment to ethical standard. Sustainability and CR, or yes, social responsibility. Accountants have responsibility to act the public interest, wider social responsibility. Social responsibility and sustainability confined to the office environments. So social responsibilities that accountants bear and the integral role they play in promoting sustainability within organizations. Accountant responsibility to the public interest. Accountants are not confined to the office environment alone. They bear a responsibility to act in the public interest, extending their influence beyond financial matters to contribute positively to society and to understand sustainability. So accountants and finance professional have significant influence in promoting sustainability and social responsibility within organization. Embracing these principles not only benefits the organizations but also contributes to the well-being society at large. So like economic, social, and environmental. So economic or financial supporting organizational profitability, client local businesses, paying suppliers, social supporting labor community and the region, the business operation within. So environmental, use less energy, create less pollution, support policies to manage resources. Again, it's same sustainability and CR will come to here. Explain the threats to fundamental ethics principle, risk for improper practices. So type of operational risk, risk is significant concern of organizations. There are different types of risks, their classifications and the specific category known as event risk, which brings its own set of challenges. So operational risk is the risk of loss or damage to an organization caused by faulty internal process, personal or event outside of the organizations. It encompasses a broad spectrum of potential threats that can impact the organizational functionally. So here are different types of risks: internal, external fraud, employment practices, and then client products damage, physical assets or to physical assets, business disruptions, processes and delivery of output, operational risk classifications, risk of damage to the organization's reputation, often stemming from navigate public perceptions of adverse events. So there are legal risk related to legal issues, including lawsuits, regulatory penalties, or compliance failure. Then he's talking about process risk associated with flaws in internal process leading to influences, errors, insufficiencies, errors, or failures. So operational risk management requires a comprehensive understanding of the diverse threats organization are faced. By identifying and classifying these risks, organizations can develop effective strategies to mitigate the potential impact, ensuring resiliences and continuity in the face of operational challenges. Key areas to to keep up to date reporting and auditor. CPD, that continuing professional development and maintain the capabilities that enable a member of perform competency with the professional environment. So IFA also provides CPD, up to date in different areas. They,
Yeah.
that. So It's related to reporting and audit standards, ethical codes, tax and company legislations, criminal law, effective accountants, other regulation, effective accountancy. So if I think so, you can attend some of their seminar as well, Mudassir.
Yeah, we need to every year. We need
Okay,
20 hours CPD.
20 hours. And Johnson, I think so. Is it there in Nigeria? They are
Yes, of course, of course.
okay, or I mean, they have their representative in Nigeria as well, or you can do online as well. I think so.
Yeah,
IFA.
most of them are the Zoom. So 20 must be, the recorded like live,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
need 40, but 20 must be, you have to pay for them, all the CPD hours.
Yeah, some of them you have to pay, or some of them
No,
you don't.
all of the 20 must pay. We are all of them mostly the paid, not free.
Okay, I remember that I have attended their seminars in, that here in Leicester. So there was a 7 CPD hours, but I didn't pay that time. I don't know now, but I didn't pay that time.
But most of them, the online on webinar, they're all not free.
Okay, okay. So this
Yes.
is just videos. So there have been many standards since Enron, Arthur Anderson, some of the other auditing as scandals. So scandal in the auditing and financial reporting domain often involves issues such as financial fraud, lack of transparency, and compromised ethical standards. So there are many examples. If you check, like one of it is a famous is Enron, Arthur Anderson's. So there was another is I forgot the name, but it's a UK based one of them is chain of cafes, bakeries experienced a scandal involving financial statements and fraud activities. So it was revealed that the company had overstated its financial positions. Rules and principles. Prepare a summary of all scandals that have been discussed above. Organize your summary into the heading mentioned that happened, why, what was the cause, and what was the outcomes. So rules and principles. So in the world of ethics is difficult area in which to try to impose perspective rules. So basically flexibility in the world of ethics, flexibility and reliance on professional judgment are crucial. So ethical guidelines provide framework allowing individuals to navigate diverse ethical dilemmas, which upholding the principles of integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. So we solve this problem. Also, solve this problem ethical guidance rather than prescriptive rules. So in this case, the guidance may say that we can only accept modest gift from client and must refuse all other. The guidance covers a multitude of potential scenarios, but it also relies on the auditors to act professionally and apply the guidance appropriately when faced with difficult situations. Is still talking about the different IFA has been developed by the International Federation of Accounting with the aim of promoting consistency and providing countries with a starting point of develop their own codes. So ABP, Auditing Practice Board has created a series of ethical standards. So basically, ABP are based on the IFA code, but are tailored specifically to the UK market. So this acknowledges, the need for accounting standards to be, to the legal, regulatory, and business environment of a specific country. So now, if you look at Johnson, they are talking about ACCA now. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So also talking about international standard boards, which is the International Accounting Standard Board. Conceptual framework set out the fundamental concepts that underline the preparation and presentation of financial statement. It provides a theoretical foundation for accounting standards, guiding the development of international financial reporting system. So here, now watch the, you can, if you want to watch, then you can watch this video for ACCA ethical video for Helen Brand. So the comment made in this video speak to you as potential accountant. I just try to click on, but I don't think so I can play. You can't watch, I think so.
Okay.
Evaluating the importance of confidentially when completing assurance engagement. Again, evaluation of the confidentially is cornerstone of ethical conduct in assurance engagement, and its significance cannot be overstated. So when we talk about, confidentially in context of assurance engagement, particularly focus of internal audits code of ethics. So we should talk about preservation of trust, importance. Assurance engagement involves access to sensitive information about an organization's or operations, finance, strategies. So maintaining confidentially is essential for preserving trust between the assurance professional and the client. So basically, confidentially is not merely a guideline, but a fundamental principle that underpins the effectiveness and credibility of assurance engagement. It safeguards trust, protects sensitive information, ensures compliance with legal requirement, and uphold the integrity of the profession. So the evaluation of confidentially importance underscore its role as critical ethical and professional consideration in the realm of assurance engagement. So it's the same, continuing talking about, internal auditor make the information leak to outside, especially a competitor. So basically, if in summary, the importance of confidentially in internal audit cannot be overstated. Breaches can lead to severe consequences, ranging from reputations damage to legal, legal issues or legal consequences. So upholding confidentially not only protects the organizations, but also maintain the integrity of the internal audit functions and contributes to the overall assurance framework. The purpose of a confidentially audit is to systematically assess and strengthen controls, ensuring that the organization's sensitive information remains secure. Here, Johnson, for you, that ACCA code of conducts, now is talking about code of, ACCA code of ethics and conducts. Okay.
Yes.
As I said earlier, that they can talk about any of the, because code of conducts are almost similar, not much differences. Okay. So ACCA code of conducts, underscore the critical nature of client confidentially in auditing. Auditors are bound by ethical principles and legal obligations to safeguard client informations. While there are circumstances where disclosure may be obligatory or voluntary, auditors must exercise judgment and ensures, that any disclosure align with both legal requirements and ethical standards. So this delicate balance is important for maintaining trust and upholding the integrity of the auditing professions. obligations or obligatory, auditors are obliged to make disclosure in situations where there is a statutory right or duty to disclose certain information. For example, there is a statutory right or duty, such as if the auditors suspect their client is involved in activities such as money laundering, terrorism, drug trafficking. In such cases, auditors must immediately notify the relevant authority. In case of UK, like National Crime Agencies or HMRC. So there is a voluntarily disclosure, freedom of disclosure. Auditors have the discretion rather than an obligation to disclose information without obtaining the client permission under certain circumstances. Okay, these circumstances fall into four main areas. If I talk, he's talking about public interest here. That public interest justification for disclosure. Auditors may choose to disclose information in the public interest, even if would otherwise be confidential. Protecting a member interest, a defensive disclosure. Auditor may make disclosure to defend themselves against various challenges or threats their professional, standing. For example, this may include disclosure made to defend, against negligence actions in disciplinary proceeding, or when pursuing legal action for unpaid fee. Then, for third one is, authorized by laws. There are cases of express statutory provision, their disclosure of information of a proper authority overrides the duty of confidentiality. So basically, in certain circumstances, have the freedom to make voluntarily disclosure. So this disclosure allows them to act the public interest, protect their own interests, or prevent harm. So, however, the decision to make such disclosure requires a careful consideration of the specific circumstances, ethical principle, and legal implications. So this professional discretion underscores the complex nature of auditors' responsibilities and the need for a thoughtful and principles approach in handling confidential information. So that's it. Here some references. So basically, the presence of expense statutory provisions allows auditor to be authorized or even compelled to disclose information in specific situation. So when approach by non-government, here is talking about non-government bodies, auditors must carefully assess the statutory powers of these bodies before making any disclosures. Balancing legal obligations with ethical considerations is important, ensuring that the disclosure is not only lawful but also aligned with the principles of the auditing professions. So these considerations underscore the complex and unanswered nature of confidentiality in the field of auditing. So that's it for today. Here are some references, and also you can, if you have a learning management system, you can go through it. There might be books. Any questions, concern, issues?
From my side, for me, I'm okay. Now, okay, yeah, like we discussed yesterday, just this lecture, these videos or these recordings. So
Yeah,
that
you will get everything by tomorrow, hopefully. So
okay.
I'll speak to them as well.
Okay.
Anything, Mudassar?
No question. That's fine. So this recording you're gonna send us?
Yeah, you will get this recording from office. They will send it to you straight away. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
You guys just wait. Thank you very much for today's session, and
Thank you.
see you next Saturday at 10 o'clock, which is that would be our final session for assignment, discussion. So I'll see you next Saturday. Thank you very
Okay.
much for today. Mudassar, just hold and everything.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you.